Welcome to the audiobook of New Social Studies, Grade 10. Lesson number 3, Judiciary, page number 125. Introduction to Judiciary. Judiciary is an organ of the state that is concerned with providing justice. Powers relating to justice is exercised by courts and other judicial bodies. All should abide by the order and decisions made in the course of trial of lawsuits by the courts. Importance of judiciary. In order to maintain rule of law in the country, the judiciary interprets the laws made by the legislature and implemented by the executive. It performs the work like judicial review, giving legal punishment to the guilty party and protecting the human right. It safeguards the fundamental rights of the people. Thus, it is also called the guardian of law. Judiciary is the highly respected organ of the state. It maintains the respect of the law in the country. An independent, impartial, and competent judiciary is the base for democracy. The concept of democratic state with rule of law cannot be materialized without independent judicial system. Judiciary is the protector of people's life, freedom, and security. An independent judiciary ascertains the justice, and it is the touchstone of the civilization. For this, judiciary must be independent, impartial, and competent. Tiers of court. Spelling of tiers, T-I-E-R-S. There are 3 tiers of court in Nepal according to the Part 11 of the Constitution of Nepal. They are A. Supreme Court, B. High Court, C. District Court. In addition to these courts, other judicial bodies may be formed at the local level to try cases under law, or other bodies, as required, may be formed to pursue alternative dispute settlement methods. A. Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the judicial system of Nepal. It is a court of record in the sense that its decisions are recorded for long-lasting memory and evidence. All courts and judicial bodies, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, are under the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court has the final authority to interpret the Constitution and laws. The Supreme Court consists of a maximum of 20 judges in addition to the Chief Justice of Nepal. The President appoints the Chief Justice on the recommendation of Constitutional Council and other judges of the Supreme Court on the recommendation of the Judicial Council. Any person who has served as a judge of the Supreme Court for at least 3 years is qualified for the appointment as the Chief Justice. The term of office of the Chief Justice is 6 years. B. High Court. There is a High Court in each province. Each High Court consists of such number of judges, in addition to the Chief Judge, as provided for in the federal law. The Chief Justice, on the recommendation of the Judicial Council, appoints the Chief Judge and judges of the High Court. Any citizen of Nepal who has obtained the bachelor's degree in law and served as a judge of a district court for at least 5 years, or who has obtained a bachelor degree in law and constantly practiced law as a senior advocate or advocate for at least 10 years, or who has constantly been engaged in the teaching and research of law, or in any other field related to law or justice for at least 10 years, or who has served in the post of at least gazetted first class of the judicial service for at least 5 years, is considered to be qualified for appointment as a Chief Judge or a Judge of the High Court. The spelling of gazetted is G-A-Z-E-T-T-E-D. C. District Court. There is a district court in each district. The local level judicial bodies established in accordance with the state law are subordinate to the district court. The district court may inspect as well as supervise and give necessary direction to its subordinate judicial bodies. The Chief Justice, on the recommendation of the Judicial Council, appoints judges of the district Courts. Functions of judiciary. A. Judicial function. The main function of the judiciary is to provide equal justice to the citizens using the prevailing laws of the country. It saves the innocent and punishes the offender. It gives verdict on both civil and criminal cases. B. Judiciary interprets the laws practiced in the country. When the court gives decision on any case, it explains the meaning or spirit of law. Such explanation can be used as a precedent if similar type of case is filed in the court. So the precedent works as a law. Spelling of precedent is Precedent. C. Protection of people's rights and freedom. The Constitution provides various rights to the citizens. If the rights of people are violated, then the court restores their rights. Judiciary is the only organ to protect people's fundamental rights and freedom. D. Advisory function. It provides suggestions and advices in critical legal matter. Generally, head of the state and head of the government takes advice from the judiciary regarding constitutional and legal problems. Difference between civil case and criminal case. Civil case. It deals with disputes or quarrels or disagreements between two parties. Criminal case. It deals with a criminal act or offense. Civil case. A person is not imprisoned or executed. The losing defendant has to compensate the plaintiff for the losses he had caused. Spelling of plaintiff, Plaintiff. Now, the criminal case, there is a possibility that someone found guilty is either imprisoned or executed or asked to pay fines according to the depth of the case. Civil case, the burden of proof lies on the plaintiff. Criminal case, the burden of proof always lies with the state. The state has to prove the defendant is guilty. Civil case, both parties concerned may appeal to a higher court. Criminal case, only the defendant can appeal to a higher court. Constitutional Council. There is a Constitutional Council for making recommendations for appointment of Chief Justice and chiefs and officials of the constitutional bodies. It consists of the following as a chairperson and members. A. The Prime Minister as a chairperson. B. The Chief Justice as member. C. The Speaker of the House of Representatives as member. D. The Chairperson of the National Assembly as member. E. Leader of opposition party in the House of Representatives member. F. Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives member. While making a recommendation for appointment to the office of the Chief Justice, the Constitutional Council includes the Minister for Law and Justice of the Government of Nepal as its member. Judicial Council. There is a Judicial Council to make recommendation or give advice on the appointment of, transfer of, disciplinary action against, and dismissal of judges and other matters relating to the administration of justice. It consists of the following as its chairperson and members. A. The Chief Justice as chairperson. B. The Federal Minister for Law and Justice as member. C. The senior most judge of the Supreme Court as member. D. One jurist nominated by the President on recommendation of the Prime Minister as member. E. A senior advocate or advocate who has gained at least 20 years of experience to be appointed by the President on recommendation of the Nepal Bar Association as a member. Functions of Supreme Court. A. To declare that law to be void if it appears to be inconsistent with the Constitution. B. To issue necessary and appropriate orders and provide appropriate remedies for the enforcement of fundamental rights. C. To issue appropriate orders and writs, including the writs of habeas corpus, भनेको बन्दी प्रत्यक्षीकरण. Spelling of writs, WRITS. Spelling of habeas corpus, HABEAS, corpus, CORPUS. Mandamus, Paramadesh. Spelling of mandamus, MANDAMUS. Certiorari, Utpreshan. Spelling of certiorari, CERTIORARI. Prohibition, Pratishedh. And quo caranto, Adhikar Priksha. Spelling of quo, QUO, caranto, QARRANTO. And D, to hear original cases, to hear appeals, to examine decision referred for confirmation, review cases, hear petitions, or review its judgments. Now the activities, which is in page number 128. Number 1, who is the current Chief Justice of Nepal? Discuss the role of Chief Justice for the fast delivery of judicial service. 2. Discuss in the class about the criminal case and civil case. Exercise, short answer questions. 1. What is judiciary? Why is it called a judicial organ of the state? 2. Mention the functions of Supreme Court. 3. How can the judiciary be kept independent and impartial? Present any 4 suggestions. 4. What are the qualifications required for the Chief Judge and judges of High Court? Discuss. 5. Clarify the fact that judiciary should be free and fair with a dialogue between 2 friends. Long question answers. Number 1. Explain the function of judiciary. 2. It is said that independent and impartial judiciary is the base for the democracy. Prepare an editorial focusing the importance of judiciary to prevent impunity and providing justice to victims. Spelling of impunity is IMPUNITY. Community work. Meet somebody in your community who has got justice by the decision of court and ask how he or she got justice. Then create a monologue including his or her feelings. This is the end of Unit 5, Lesson number 3.